What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bonus Round, Mischief and Mayhem, hosted by Gamers Heaven. We are coming at you for pools of Granblue Fantasy Versus. I'm Ferns. Joining me here on the mic is Kalma.
Excited to be back, offline and online. Always happy to be here. We're here with, I believe this is pool 3 of Granblue Fantasy Versus here. So we have TafKat and, sorry, this is...
DmCDante.
Thank you. Yeah, on 4, I believe this is to get into...
So this is winner semis, so
yes,
the winner of this will then play a match to get into top 8. So we're coming at you a little deep into pools, but just means we'll be coming at you with some great matches, great players. This in particular is a really stacked bracket. I think it's like 70, 80 players, the largest on the West Coast for Granblue so far this year. Lots of great talent here in the Pacific Northwest. TafKat and Dante, especially amongst them. Dante, I feel like you're always seeing him in the top fours of these events. Really great GA player, really fearsome 6. Has a few other characters he can play now and then, but mostly sticks to those 2 deep in tournament.
Yeah, and when, TafKat being a strong player in their own right, having a bunch of great performances online and offline, and coming here tonight showing us that they are definitely here to play. I believe they have they've just played Casey, just taking them 2-0 there, and then now, after the results of this, we're pretty deep into this bracket, at least in terms of the pools. So we'll see how it goes after here. This is going to be unless we see anything crazy tonight, Jita versus Abel.
Yeah.
So something we see pretty often.
Yeah, TafKat just always sticking to that Avatar Belial, pretty much like a dedicated character specialist. And, Avatar Belial is really a character that rewards specialization. There's a lot of tricky sequences that you can go into him. Dante, on the other hand, does have a few characters that he swaps around a bit more, so we'll have to see what he picks here.
I definitely think that, especially from the last 2 months I've seen him play, he's been pretty stable on the Jita pick. So you see that, having, with the bleeding of talent we have, within PNW, going into like SoCal, NorCal, and other regions too, you've been seeing a lot of like, I guess like knowledge sharing within communities, and from that I've seen that like, Dante from before when he used to play 6 and now playing Jita, slowed down his play quite a bit. And you find that it comes with that, like the solidity and the pick of the Jita. So I think that is a pretty competent pick that I'll see today.
Yeah, that's one thing that Dante's definitely been working on. He and a few other players came over from Dragon Ball. There was, kind of a joke within the PNW community for a while that just Dragon Ball players don't block, they don't want to play neutral. They, for a long time, we were kind of playing against the pace of the game of Granblue. But kind of as they developed and leveled up as players, they have had to learn to slow things down a little bit, play a bit more patiently. And Dante's certainly been on that path, and it's really been paying off well for him.
No, for sure. Yeah, definitely kind of a bend or break moment if you see like a lot of players that it's like they try to play against it as long as they can, but eventually you give in, at least to some extent, and then you see their play develop and other older aspects of their game style, especially from like Dragon Ball, from where Dante comes from, or from everyone else does come from, does bleed into Granblue. So it's always nice to see the diversity in the people's play. But it looks like we're going right into this.
Yeah. So we should be going live. It looks like it will be the Jita for Dante, and the Avatar Belial for TafKat. No surprises there. So, for what we might look for in this matchup, the big thing is just like how aggressive does TafKat want to be. I feel like Avatar Belial is a character that can really like set the pace of the match.
Definitely.
Just in terms of how quickly he wants to burn his burn life to reset you
to make plays and stuff. Exactly. But we'll see that Dante does have experience against TafKat. These two have played quite a bit, so we'll find and see over the course of the set how these two decide to play against each other.
Absolutely. Oh, and you see TafKat going for the fly there, and Dante just poking that with that firearm. I feel like that's going to be a big thing to look for in this. TafKat's a player who really likes that fly option on an Avatar Belial, and will use it quite aggressively. The one thing is, though, she will try to go for fly setups that, she's spaced too quickly for it to be, or too closely for it to be fully safe, and whether or not Dante can keep those in check will be a big thing to watch for in this
Definitely
matchup.
so. And you see how already the pace of the game is quite a bit slower than most of these matchups that you'll see able to put against this. Dante definitely has to play quite more differently around fly.
I was going into the command grab there. It's one thing that she likes doing. She'll use the initial flies of just kind of judging. Oh, but goes out for the OD, misspace.
All right, and big damage here, yeah. deciding not to spend, it looks like. Or
yeah,
is
Will
he?
pass back to the
Nice.
super, and with Avatar Belial's HP, this should kill. Avatar Belial, does have a bit less HP than most members of the cast, so.
Definitely going to see those moments where it's that able health will come into play, where you find that, like, oh, they spent a little too many resources in neutral, and then they're going to eat it in the end. So we'll see how TafKat does as we move on to the set.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, up until that last moment, that round really was first in control. She went into that aggressive OD, probably looking to try and chip Dante out. Unfortunately, just missed space, and Dante able to find that opening he needs to take the round.
All right, good stuff here, though. TafKat in the corner. We'll see how he does to get out. Nice using the fly laser, but unfortunately, Dante looks like to be ready here.
Yeah, Dante's been very good about just patiently reacting to waiting for the lasers to come out with the fly.
Nice.
That's an Avatar Belial round. He can certainly explode you.
Definitely something that we see a lot. Well, and TafKat herself will admit it. That's like definitely have those able moments where it's like, I don't want to call them coin flipping because it's all credit to her. She is willing to take these risks in neutral, so they do work out in her favor, and she's able to capitalize on them.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of the character, he very much can benefit from making reads, but a lot of playing him is you've got this read-based character of figuring out how you want to get information to make those smart reads. Like it's one thing that you'll see TafKat do of to just go for these flies in neutral early on to gauge your response to it.
For sure.
Dante so far. Oh wow, DPing one out. Very good response from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, for instance, like if she sees you spot dodging preemptively, that's a signal that, she can probably just go for a free command grab on you. Dante, to his credit, has been very good at waiting for those projectiles to come out and then spot dodging.
Yeah. Hasn't committed too much to any of the fly follow-ups. Decided to DP at the last one there.
Oh, gets the hit in the corner. Doesn't confirm into the H-Reka. Could have.
Oh, no D!
Yeah, and TafKat on chip health now. This is a scary moment. Does have 100 meters, but Dante takes it.
Oh my god! And that's the first round. Oh my god. The first game, sorry.
Yeah, great read from Dante there. It's one of those moments of, just when you see your opponent that low on health, you're in OD. Chip has to be at the forefront of your mind. And Dante recognizing that and just ready to spot dodge that OD and punish.
And the whole point is exacerbated by the fact that TafKat does have to spend resources to do all this stuff. So it's even more of a prominent scenario where you see them low on health, and then they have to either choice, get the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Dante doing a good job in the set of TafKat going up to a fly earlier, and Dante just immediately jumping and air-to-airing it, just keeping TafKat honest, making sure that she can't kind of steal out flies when they're not safe place.
Nice, but here we're back to neutral now. Pretty even on health and meter here. Start to the clock. Find out and see what TafKat can do. Open the gap, but
great poke by Dante there. Gonna lead into a corner combo here. That Gina corner carry, she hits you mid-screen, and before you know it, you're in the corner.
Yeah, definitely has a lot of reasons to do that, though. So this is going to be really scary.
Alice with the back throw, but Dante rolls out, gets the OD behind.
Oh my god. Just now we're sitting here waiting pretty patiently. Dante doesn't have too much to close out this round.
Just having to stare down. Both players in OD, so chip won't be a factor, and TafKat doesn't have to worry about that. Can safely go down to 1 HP, but Dante just needs a single hit now.
Yeah, whether it be a stray hit, a fireball, anything like that, it'll do it. But 30 seconds of the clock here. Pretty scary on both sides.
TafKat needs to figure out her opening to make something happen here. Dante getting back into the corner at this range. Just a single touch from Avatar Belial also can kill.
Yeah, and don't forget about the super. Always an option on the table here.
Yeah. Find that SSD, but no, Dante finds the DP.
Oh my god, taking that round barely after, just being pushed from neutral pretty much 2/3 screen on the right side all the way back to the corner because doesn't want to make that mistake. See that holding steady there.
Yeah, we were talking about Dante working on playing more patiently. He's absolutely doing it there and putting that to use.
All right, nice. We see a full Vegeta combo coming in here.
Yeah.
Let's see what do on the reset here.
Just spacing back, but gets the spacing trap.
Yeah, and the counter 2 for H here, or 2 for M here, sorry.
All right, and Dante really just one good combo away from taking the set now. Oh, nice use of fly there from TafKat to escape the corner. Covers and waits, dive kicks back into the corner. Dante finds a little hit, but can't get into anything. Dante gets into OD. Will TafKat OD?
Yeah, looking for
Dante,
one.
The preemptive.
Gets clipped. Yeah, unfortunately for TafKat there, but fortunately for Dante, able to just work around that. Even finding moments where Raw calling out the OD didn't work out, still able to play steady and hold his ground very comfortably there, and it worked out in his favor.
Yeah, just very great patient play from Dante there. Really just keeping within a threatening spacing of TafKat, just making sure that she couldn't find a good moment to either like escape the corner, get into OD safely, really just limiting her options and waiting for that moment just to find that hit to close it out.
Yeah, and Dante will move on just to get into top 8 here. We'll be waiting on a little bit on the other side of the pool to see who we will be playing against. We'll definitely see that on stream later.
Yeah, likely so. I want to say that Skip was one of the possible players who we could face. All right, but looks like we'll be getting our next match here. This will be Kaypow versus Goon. So we'll be going over to...
this is pool 3, yes,
here.
Definitely.
Yeah, so again, this should be pretty deep into winners here.
This is to get out, yes.
Yes, this is winners final. So the winner of this will be moving into the winner's side of top 8. The loser will still have a chance to make it into top 8 on the loser's side. Obviously not what you want, but you're still have some tournament run to go.
I know these two have been bantering all week about this match. They've been looking at the pool and just been waiting in anticipation for this Lance mirror. There is a small possibility that we see the Lowain, but considering how these two have been practicing against each other, I believe it should be the mirror tonight.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Goon has talked about how Lance is really the main character that he's been playing the last several months and putting most of his time into. The Lowain he still keeps around as a pocket pick. He says it's mostly kind of a player matchup thing rather than a character matchup thing. If he feels the person just doesn't know how to deal with the Lowain, he'll run against them. But Kaypow is kind of one of the primary lab monsters in the PNW. He does a lot of labbing for other people even.
For Goon as well.
Yeah, for Goon. A lot of Goon's tech actually invented by Kaypow, or like discovered by Kaypow.
Yeah.
So, I feel like if there's anyone who's going to get knowledge checked by the Lowain, it's not Kaypow.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny that, so I was talking to Kaypow a little bit earlier, and we were talking about this potential matchup and who would favor in what end and how they would play out. And he was talking about, I've seen and shared so many of my strats with Goon that like I don't know what to do because everything I do he'll expect in some manner. So he feels a little coin flippy about it. But I definitely think that in terms of how these two will play, it'll be like a pretty fair shake on either side. So.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one where I feel like Lance is a character who in this game really benefits a lot from just being able to, find unexpected setups to hit your opponent with. A lot more than a lot of, kind of the just more standard footsie space characters.
For sure.
But with both players, knowing the character at such a deep level, the odds of you hitting your opponent with something they just haven't seen before is unlikely. So in a way, this might wind up being a lot more just kind of like honest fundamentals based than a Lance mirror.
For sure, yeah. I believe we are still waiting for a little bit of a button check here, so we still have some time to kill here into the side of the pool. But I know that, so winner of this gets up for do top 8, just to remind everyone here. And then I believe loser of this will go on and play, I think it's... Ooh, sorry, I don't have the bracket in front of me, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's see if we can pull that up real quick. I believe they'll go into loser semis, which hasn't been decided yet.
Oh, but this actually looks like we're live here. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, Kaypow is picking up the big counter hit overhead, and this will be quite a bit mid-screen. Lance, not with the biggest amount of damage, but it's a nice corner carry there. But Goon able to find his way back, finds the 2U, and the side switch throw. I know that kind of side switch into low is a setup that the local Lance players have been favoring a lot, both Goon and Kaypow. So Goon kind of taking to the next level and
nice connect here.
Yeah, finds the rush confirmed, and
unfortunately shouldn't do it here. He's gonna try to go for a retest there with the OH, but not gonna lead to too much. And in the game that here we will also see too is seeing how these two reset with stuff like Turb. Oh my god though, nice catch.
Punishes the spot dodge.
And we go right into OD. Give him going in early.
Yeah. Kaypow not with much meter to work with.
Alright, Goon looking for opportunities to reset here.
Yeah, and with Goon and OD, this does put him in a bit of an edge.
Oh my
the Gorilla Blade in, and Goon touching the round out.
But yeah, sorry, the name of the game in terms of this matchup, with people using like Turb to end up resetting in terms of pressure, or trying to find ways to extend with like EX Fireball and stuff like that. And we'll see how like these two differentiate in their play and how they use it and how they swap between their options against each other.
Wow, Kaypow just choosing to close out the Rekka there pretty aggressively, but Goon able to punish with just with the throw.
All right, big knockdown here, decides not to spend. And we're in the corner, let's see what.
Picks up the EX Fireball, goes low. And it collects corner combo off of this. Even with Super, I don't think this will kill.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, no. Man, it's definitely not the highest combo damage in the game. Oh, Goon finding the wall jump out. I know that that's one thing that he's been working on lately. relying on Turbulence a lot less on defense, especially in the corner, and just trying to use Lance's wall cling instead. And it's really been paying dividends for him lately.
Popping the OD right back.
Double OD.
We're back to neutral here. Goon trying to find a way to the corner. And now we're playing this patient game, yeah.
Yeah, both players kind of just setting each other down and watching. It's funny watching these Lance mirrors where, you know, neither character really has the but. Oh, finds the...
Oh my god! Goon managed to steal that round there at the end.
Yeah, Goon caught not using the R button there.
No, unfortunately not. And we're on the board for the third round.
Round 3. Oh wow, Kaypow just running all the way behind that fireball, just carrying Goon all the way to the corner. But Goon fighting the hit off of the Rekka cancel.
Yeah. Alright.
That's the fireball catches low.
Another thing too you see is how these two use the fireball. Oh, nice!
Can't confirm anything.
Oh, the counter hit though, but doesn't lead to too much more.
Yeah, the Rekka is throwing cooldown.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Burning all the cooldowns here. It's a little awkward here to confirm any of these straight hits here.
Yeah, Goon able to get steal back. Oh no, sorry.
Oh, nice punish here. Gonna lead right back to mid screen using the Rekka here to try to take. Oh my god, the reset of the fireball, but unfortunately not able to do too much less. Nice tech here.
Yeah.
Alright, Goon decided to go for the turn here.
Oh, and finds the Turbulence in. Go low.
You see how, like, at the end of these rounds where they get really scrambly and they don't have a lot of resources, they're just trying to find opportunities to try to reset with it, like Turb or Fireball or something like very awkward and confirm these straight hits. But fortunately for Kaypow here, able to turn that out in favor.
Yeah, finds the side switch low. Goon goes into Turbulence.
Oh, nice. Confirms into the counter hit there. Just finish the Rekka here. And we're back in this really awkward space where Lance has to either just commit to a really scary follow-up or get reset on. Nice, though. Kaypow making it work out here. Gonna confirm this extended combo.
Alright, so this is the Rekka. Finds the hit off the second. Oh no! Gets hit by the fireball jumping back.
Oh, it doesn't lead to too much though, so not too scary, but the OD coming out.
Alright, clips the fireball startup with that advancing to and goes for tweaks the Rekka.
Nice, H-Turb coming out.
Yeah.
We're back to side swap. Doesn't spot dodge fall up there, but doesn't lead to too much there. Oh, unfortunately can't pick that up.
Yeah.
The dash coming into play there.
Yeah,
nice.
That's to close it out.
Alright, Kaypow, match point here.
Kaypow going into the just round start held Turbulence. It's a bit of kind of a pocket favorite of his. Certainly a big gamble, but
yeah. Oh, nice catch here on the confirm. Gonna do a lot of damage here. Unfortunately, not gonna kill. Definitely not. We're doing the Oak setup here.
Kaypow with 100 meters to work with. Oh, he's able to find his spot out of the corner. Side switches over and catches low.
Oh, the OD comes out one more time.
Yeah.
Tries to take space. The 2D, but unfortunately doesn't clip anything.
And now Goon didn't have to be so worried about chip here, but does find the corner combo he needs.
Has this been?
Passes out. Yeah, this couldn't quite do it.
No, definitely not.
This combo will be quite scaled.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. It doesn't have too many cooldowns left here, so the side swap.
Yeah, so awkward without Lance's
Oh
but
my god!
Finds the hit to close it out.
Yeah,
right.
sorry, our scores are a little. Yeah, with two Lance players on screen, it's a little hard to tell who's who here.
Yeah. Not only is the mirror, but you know the first just zooming all over the screen.
Yeah.
Certainly a funny one to follow.
Yeah, it's funny to see how like these two differ though in the way that they approach doing pressure against each other. One playing a little bit more like, I guess, methodical. One trying to reset any way they can. Oh my god!
Kaypow, yeah, drops the anti-air combo. Definitely lands not only the biggest combo or combo damage mid-screen, but his counter hit anti-airs can do quite a bit. But finds it again this time. Yeah, he side swaps again, pick it up.
Oh, unfortunately doesn't pick that up here.
Yeah.
All right, see what this can reset. The H turn coming out here.
Still stuck in the corner, though. No curve to spend.
Yeah, and there's a little awkward to anti-air Lance here in the mirror here. So you see that these people are suspecting each other when it comes to all these red defense here.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not the best option for controlling the airspace, but broken into OD and runs it behind the fireball. Spot dodge, but
and the throw, not gonna kill though.
Yeah, it's gonna go
double turn into the H follow up.
And Goon somehow coming out on top of that scramble. I feel like
such a weird moment that only Lance players would know. It's like, oh yeah, if you turb and I turb, I'm just gonna press first, and it's gonna work out.
Yeah. I feel like this character forces so many optimal scrambles that it's one of those things that you have to be used to as a Lance player, just being able to react and pick up off of those. And it's certainly the true test of the Lance mirror. You can come out on top of those, but Goon just finding reset after reset, and Kaypow suddenly. A third of his health gone. Goon
oh my god!
Goon has the counter hit.
I actually don't know if this will do it. I don't think so.
No, not regular super. I don't
think. Just shy. One more hit will definitely do it though. Gotta get it. Oh my god!
Goon still would have had like another 3,000 damage on deck there, but did not need it.
Definitely a Goon moment.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Yeah, it's. I don't have too much to say about that.
Yeah, just the boldness just go into meaty overhead, and it worked out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, finds the counter hit he needs to close it out. But all right, looks like we'll be jumping back into one of our first two pools. This will be Psykotic and Leon playing.
I know Leon had a crazy run of their own right today. I believe they. The sets escape me, but they've had a great run so far.
Yeah. I want to say that this is in losers semifinals here. The winner of this will move on to fight Tool to play into top 8.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an upset seeing Tool in losers bracket.
Yeah, Tool losing to Veloc.
Yeah. Big upset from Veloc there, but Veloc taking winners finals of the pools will be going into top 8 on winner's side.
But this is a great matchup too. Jita v Vera here, a classic that we have seen time and time again here in PNW. So
yeah, and it's funny seeing Psykotic. I feel like he's a player who isn't as active in a lot of the online PNW events. Often not even as active in our like casual lobbies, but is just such a fundamentally strong fighting game player. I want to say like primarily plays Uni, I believe.
Plays Uni, plays CF. Was a Strive player at one point. Been around the block a bunch of times here, so definitely a face that you'll see time and time again and continue to see here today.
Yeah, just a major.
Just coming off of a CF win.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, and it looks like this first one will be a button check. And Leon, on the other hand, is a kind of up and coming Vera player within the scene. Want to give a shout out there. One of our heroes hop on our local netplay series. But having kind of a breakout performance here today. I feel like they've had a couple of those lately, but
for sure, yeah. I know, coming off of that Slashback performance, taking a couple notable names there. At the last, I'm trying to remember what was the last event, but regardless, Leon definitely is a really strong player of their own right.
Yeah, but while we're doing this button check, just want to take a quick minute to shout out our Masterino here. We've got sponsor codes that you are able to claim, add to our prize pool. There's so many great players playing here today, and we want to try and get this prize pool bigger. Just have them all take home a bit more.
Yeah, and so just feel free to click those links below. We have them for Granblue Fantasy Versus, Lisbon Central Fiction, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Nuclear, and Guilty Gear Strive. So feel free to check out those links down below and here on screen.
Yep, and you can type exclamation point M in the chat as well, in a game abbreviation, and that'll give you a link to the code that you can contribute 25 cents to the pool.
And it looks like we're just getting a couple settings dialed here, cross the T's, dot the I's before we move on here. This is a really important match. I believe winner will make it out to the top 8.
No, the winner will... Yeah, the winner plays will play Tool in losers finals, and then
that will make it out. There you go.
Top 8. Yeah.
But regardless, definitely an important match here. I know these two haven't played too much in terms of like the player matchup between the two.
Yeah,
like you said.
Psykotic mostly just playing like the Vancouver locals. you know, Leon did get up there for Okizeme a month or two ago. I'm not sure if they played there, but
Yeah, I believe they at the last Okizeme, he lost to Ryan in a double elimination, double jeopardy.
oh,
So sorry,
all right.
DmCDante, yes. But really close sets. I believe there was a reset involved as well. But yeah, no, definitely, like I said, a star player in his own right for in terms of Psykotic. So we'll see how this works out today in terms of Granblue.
Yeah, definitely. But it looks like our players are getting set, just setting the stage. And Song should be getting into the game here just momentarily.
In terms of Jita v Vera, though, is there anything that specifically you would look out for as a Vera main to help like get Leon, you know, secure stage control or any neutral rights here?
I mean, there's nothing too huge in the matchup. I feel like most both characters play fairly straightforwardly.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of it's kind of going to come down to the footsies battle. You know, some of it will be. I know that Leon has been trying a little bit of. They have been relying pretty heavily on Vera's 214M, her the slowest version of her advancing special that gives her plus frames to reset pressure. I think they've been trying a little bit to rely a bit less on that in their pressure to more just kind of, you know, find natural pressure resets with like stagger pressure walking in. So we'll have to see, like, just because like it is a higher risk option, not a huge reward on it. But oh, right away, Leon going to the quarter combo here gets a nice optical optimization of it. It's a very particular spacing where you can, after the wall bounce, do that 2H and go into 214M. It actually gets
unfortunately drops that.
Yeah, I wondered that was probably supposed to be a 236 instead of a 623, but the Granblue input reader prioritizing the 623.
Not doing anyone any favors tonight.
Getting Leon there.
Psykotic will definitely take that though, as we're back to neutral here. Definitely a player that you'll see is really similar in terms of patience when it comes to Jita, so we'll see them, you know, wait out a lot of this pressure as much as they can. So we'll see how this works out tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And you see Leon getting into install form in Zero. This will give them quite a few more movement tools in the air, but primarily much more damage potential mid-screen.
All right, but it doesn't matter if you're in install, if you're in the corner, but unfortunately able to use the 5U there to just get out of the...
Yeah, it certainly can be a middle option in... oh, wow, using that hop over, but...
With the DV working out.
Psykotic ready to DP into the gap there. Finds the JU and the jump in, but can't connect it. But will confirm into the rush here.
Nice.
Able to convert that into a corner combo to close out the round.
Yeah, Jita's combos are very, very stable in terms of how they work. So you find that like any stray hit will lead into Rekka, and then when you're in the corner, you can ad-lib pretty much the end of it in any way you like.
Definitely, it's the character who really benefited from the rush changes, where she already has so much corner carry, but when you add the factor of Russian, she can really just, you know, coast to coast you in nearly the course of a single combo. Leon kind of wish confirming into the
the DP!
Oh, no, DP gets blocked out.
And I think this is really where Psykotic shines. You find that when you break through that first barrier, the first level of defense, and that you find that these awkward skirmishes come out, they're able to hold really steadily and just, you know, any like raw DP or reversal or something like that will work out in his favor, and he's able to confirm off of the punish and get a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does get caught by the Lumiere setup though. It looks like blocked out the first meaty, but then it got hit by it afterwards. I'm wondering if perhaps, you know, it's like, Leon tries to spot dodge the OS, but it's delayed just a little bit too much by Psykotic. Finds the anti-air with the 5U counter hit, but that's a really tricky one to confirm. Very heightened spacing dependent.
Oh, uses the EX Rekka here to take more screen control. JU coming in. MDP does oh my god, does know how to deal with the MDP, so is going to be able to punish there.
Yeah, that one can be a bit of a knowledge check. You know, you do have to either like reversal or spot dodge it. I feel like it can be a bit of a bait option for your players. Certainly know that myself. You know, I feel like it's easy and tempting the way it kind of tempts you with its safety, but you know, a player like Psykotic is going to be ready to punish that all the time.
All right, good start for Leon here though. Able to get a counter hit and get all this corner carry. Try the 5U, but the DP comes out.
Yeah, nearly gets it, but Psykotic just ready with that DP.
Using the rush there, baiting out the DP, and now going to go for this big combo here. Doesn't have a lot of cooldown, so unfortunately, not able to do too much there.
Yeah, it looks like it was a bit of an awkward spacing though, and doesn't quite get the wall bounce off of the Rekka to continue it.
Yeah, sometimes you want to hold that last bounce there to get the optimal confirm, and I think Psykotic was looking for it, and unfortunately it didn't work out there.
Yeah, and spot dodge is OD too.
Good start here for Psykotic.
Choosing not to send the Rekka, really smart decision there, noting that the combo wouldn't kill, so just keeping that ready so the next hit he gets, he can confirm into the Rekka and kill with that one.
All right, we move on. Psykotic on match point here. Leon definitely has a lot of ground to take over, but still not out of it yet.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I have been noticing from Leon, it feels like they've been getting a little bit out of their comfort zone, perhaps. Kind of clutching a little bit on that raw 2-1-4 here. Certainly working out well for them there, and
gonna lead to a lot here. Made his head spin for install. Oh, a little awkward here. Psykotic to take this damage.
But they've been leaning a little hard on the 2-1-4H in neutral rather than, oh wow,
nice
kind of jump in, and now another Lumi set. Psykotic has been getting cooked by those a little bit, but just blocks this one out.
I think that's, like I said, oh my god, nice catch!
Yeah, the raw Rekka beating out Vera as well, 2-1-4H in neutral. Certainly a strong advancing move, but just not the strongest hit projected hitbox on it.
Oh, nice catch here. Leon still has life left.
Yeah, really just finding like EX Scarlet was after Scarlet that round, and that ability just doing so much work for them in that set. You know, the just hard knockdowns that you get off of it in neutral, just immediately letting.
Here's the EXDP after that. Oh my god. So it's Vera classic.
Yeah, it does leave Vera slightly minus, but you know, if you think your opponent's gonna press on what's basically their plus frames, sure, just go DP.
All right, and this is definitely a spot where Psykotic shines here once more. The awkward situations where you're in the corner and you have to either gamble or you want to take a prepared risk here. Do work out generally in Psykotic's favor, but right now, Leon still has the opportunity here. Lumi set.
Yeah, Leon doing a very great job. Oh, but again, tries the 5U, but Psykotic is ready with the DP. The 5U is just not working out well for Leon.
Not. Psykotic definitely keen on that, so keeping an eye out for it. Alright.
Yeah. Okay, Leon finds the sweep knockdown, gonna be able to side swap here. But,
the JU!
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not able to confirm it.
Vera anti-airs are a little bit awkward in that she has to rely on like different buttons for different spacings and heights, and the strength of Jita's cross-up JU can really frustrate Vera players.
Alright, just trying to use this 2-1-4H to buy chip, time, space, the whole package here.
Yeah, 15 seconds left. Leon gonna have to find something big here in just a second.
Needs a really big combo to do it.
Time sets Lumi, but gets hit by the fireball. I don't know if Leon can find the last health. Looks like Leon finally notices the clock, but gets caught running forward.
Yeah, shake of the head there.
It really seems like Leon only noticed the clock in those last 10 seconds there.
Definitely a point where you're so focused on what's happening in neutral, you're so focused on these interactions mid-screen or in the corner or however it goes, and then, you know, you take a look up and you're like, oh my god, I have 10 seconds left, I don't know what to do. Yeah,
Psykotic on the other hand, he's a uni player. He's used to playing the clock. It hits 20 seconds, he's got like a 3,000, 4,000 health lead, he's just backing all the way up.
And it's what you need to do in those situations. You can't, there's no need to take these really risky gambles when you're playing against like Vera, or honestly any character in Granblue, where it's like, I have a life lead, I have a meter lead, I have so many opportunities where it's like, I can wait for you to slip up. Why not just do that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like defense and blocking in this game is so strong. Like even if you see some ground in neutral, it's going to be hard for your opponent to like open you up like quickly on demand, let alone deal, you know, that 4,000 damage that they need, especially like if you're mid-screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, like it's
yeah, no, it's definitely something that like you find when you go in these like, especially I'd say these pretty high level matches where it's like learning how to deal with the interactions between two people and how you deal with not just the character the player matchup and everything according to that you find that like if you're not ready, unfortunately, like it's just not going to go your way. And you learn that with experience, you know, over time, joining brackets, playing a lot of matches.
For sure.
But it looks like we're here with our next match coming up.
Yeah, Psykotic just staying on the station. This will be that losers final match that we were talking about a second ago. Psykotic versus Tool.
Both of them rocking the Kusoku band merch.
I love
it.
That's what that is.
Yeah, shout out to the Bochi fans in chat.
For sure.
But this looks like it'll be either the Jita mirror or another Vera v Jita.
Yeah, although locking into Lunalu, yeah, this is Tool's, I think that might be Psykotic on the Lunalu, but either way, you know, I know Tool and some other local players love just doing Lunalu for button checks.
Yeah, definitely a way to keep your opponent on your toes, you know, not give anything away.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in these big events, you know.
Sure. And just have a little fun, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It is just a button check for all.
But yeah, this will be an interesting one. I feel like Tool, you know, has a Jita, has a Vera. For a long time, I think was like thinking of himself primarily as a Jita main. Even at one point said like he picked up the Vera to like kind of improve his Gita play, but lately it has been leaning more and more towards the Vera.
Yeah,
I will be.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and I'll be curious to see here which he winds up choosing.
Yeah.
You know, Psykotic coming off just having played another Vera. On the one hand, he's warmed up against the character. On the other hand, you know, sometimes it can be weird where if you play one Vera who plays at a different pace than the next, like you just kind of subconsciously start playing against the pace of that previous player a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that Psykotic has told me and told a bunch of people that in terms of the bracket, this is one of his matches that he's a little bit worried about in terms of, like, you know, Tool being a very strong player, just coming off a top 8 slashback win.
Yeah.
So, you know, really strong player.
For sure.
In his
I
own
mean,
right.
Tool, I think, like, the, you know, second seed of the event, really, if anything, just the shocker is that he's down in losers here.
Yeah, I mean, like we said earlier, Belloc doing a really strong performance of his own right, but right now we have these two ready warming up here.
Yeah, you know, if you're Psykotic, you might be a little bit disappointed to be, you know, facing Tool in losers finals rather than someone else, but also, I mean, that's how brackets go. Sometimes you just have to be prepared for those upsets.
Definitely an aspect of tournament play that you have to be ready for. You know, it can anything and everything can happen. This is a tournament bracket, so, you know, never. When things can go your way, they never will.
Yeah. But all right, okay. Looks like Tool will be playing the Vera here.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said earlier, you know, keeping an eye on the differences with the Gita play, or sorry, the Vera play here, and seeing how Psykotic can adapt to that, if even possible. You know, this is something that maybe the unfamiliarity in terms of playing with other people in the region. Just because, you know, Psykotic has so many other games to play, so many other things to do.
Definitely. And I mean, in the matchup too, you know, you were seeing a little bit of Psykotic, just a very strong player, played that match very well, but there were little moments where, you know, he got caught by the second low on Leon's Luminaria setups of, you know, perhaps just like little signs that of just like vulnerabilities in the matchup that we'll see if Tool is able to exploit here. And
Psykotic can bleed.
Yeah, and if there's, you know, any Vera player who is going to exploit that, I feel like it's going to be Tool.
We'll see how it goes tonight.
Yeah.
This is a really great match. Winner will make it into top 8 loser side, so this is a very important match, just like any other.
Yeah, and on the flip side, the loser of this will be going home, so there's a lot on the line for this one.
All right, yeah, pretty patient game right now. People for, oh my god, nice kind of hit though.
Yeah, great spacing trap there with that far H. And Tool, finding the first hit to get into a corner combo, able to install off of it.
Wow.
Yep, gets the pickup with the 2H there, or 2U there.
And now that with this really sizable life lead and an install, the Spear is looking way more infinitely scary here.
Yeah, absolutely. And okay, Psykotic does find a great whiff punish there. Gets himself out of the corner, gains a lot of space. And we're back to mid-screen, so again, with Zeta's corner carry, you know, any hit here, this basically could be a corner combo for Psykotic. Well, not so much with the EX Reka being set down.
Yeah, definitely likes to use it to try to call out buttons in neutral. It is a very big, you know, button, or a very big option that Psykotic can use, like in top of, like, you know, Zeta bar and Zeta Jam.
Definitely, and you know, we saw in that last match that it beats out the Vera 214H, which certainly can be, you know, a very strong option in this matchup.
Yeah.
So, you know, just you'll see CG players like sometimes just throw that out of if I think you're going to 214H as oh wow.
Oh my god.
What a spacing trap by Tool there.
And, you know, just to go back a little bit, I know these two actually did play once with the last of Kizeme, where Psykotic actually took a set off of Tool.
Oh yeah, that was quite an upset there. Was that the one that Tool wound up winning?
Yes.
Yeah,
Tool ended up winning, yes.
Psykotic sending Tool down to losers in that one.
Oh, and the 5U comes out pretty early on here in this round.
Yeah.
Another scary option to look out for here.
Yeah, one of those things where you just can't get too comfortable blocking against this character. You know, 30 frames, it's quite a bit of time, you know, quite reactable, but at the same time, if you forget about that 5U, if you stop looking for it, it can catch you off guard. And Vera with install and 100 meter is scary, whether it's OD, whether it's being up to full screen punish you with the laser super.
Well, so respecting the plus frames here. Actually not. Going to that smash. Doesn't lead to too much there, unfortunately. And the OD comes out.
Gets into OD, yeah. And now suddenly this... Psykotic finds the touch. Gonna... and nice. The shimmy too.
Oh my god. Doesn't need too much there to kill the Vera there and take the round.
Yeah. Great little moment from Psykotic there to take the round.
And those moments of confidence are honestly what you need when you're playing like a Titan like Tool, you know, really strong player in your own right, but like you can't be dissuaded when you are playing. Oh my god, nice set!
Oh, and the pickup off of the 2-on-4M.
That's gonna be half your life.
Yeah. You thought it was the mid-screen anti-air, but no, that winds up being a corner combo.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, but we're back to mid-screen, back to the corner, and the counter hit.
Yeah.
Big damage here coming in. Doesn't have the cooldown to finish the job, so just gonna end it before H there. Good damage.
Cool. Finding the sweep, gonna be able to get a side swap.
And we wait. Psykotic having to play patiently in the corner here to get out. Having to fight for his life here. See if he can get his first game.
Already you see Psykotic after that 5U in the last round, being a bit more proactive in the corner here, walking forward, not just down backing. Cool, getting into OD.
Just raw, yeah.
Oh, not quite getting killed off of that, even with OD damage, but really, Psykotic has to be so worried about chip.
Yeah,
you see,
one hit will do it.
Oh, DP's the super.
Didn't even have to do that, honestly. Just blocking the super and then getting hit by Lumi or any other like aspect. But you know, honestly, I respect Psykotic.
Yeah, just win with style.
Yeah, win with style, win confidently, and surely, you know, there could be like a really awkward spacing where it doesn't hit, and then, you know.
Yeah, or I mean, you know, what if you are like 2 frames slow on your punish and it gets blocked, and you know that costs you the round? Or, you know, if you think you've got the DP, go for it.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah, definitely. And pull up one game.
All right, Tool just, you know, pressing buttons so far spaced out, just kind of daring Psykotic to press, but we'll find the hit in the corner instead, and get part of his damage going. Doesn't, okay, goes into the install behind the Lumi, but, Psykotic ready, yeah. That Lumi hadn't forced him to block yet, and able to DP and punish the recovery frames with the super.
Yeah, Psykotic playing on the back foot for most of this round here with another Lumi stick coming up.
Yeah,
they can block that there. Nice to use the guard button there.
Yeah, one of those things that Ruric can threaten once in install for him, that side swap here, but finds the far out and able to confirm that into the Scarlet to close out the round.
All right, scary point for Psykotic here, but great for Tool.
Yeah.
Able to just take one more round, able to get out in top 8.
Oh, great whip punish on a light button even for Psykotic there, but Tool finds the gap to reversal out.
Oh, in the 5U!
Yeah,
oh
using the 5U to punish the spot dodge even.
This is
just catches the recovery of that.
Absolutely terrible spot for
Psykotic.
Psykotic.
And the shimmy baits the throw.
God. Has a 100 meter too.
Yeah, and these Vera install corner combos so much damage. Doesn't has out the super there, yeah, definitely not close to killing. Oh, finds another hit into rush, and now with the pickup.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Cool, into top 8.
What a convincing show. You see, like, as Tool started to warm up and get more comfortable in the game, especially against Psykotic, it started with, like, so much respect where there's two are, like, playing this really tight-knit shimmy game between the two, and then as Tool getting more comfortable and confident, putting Psykotic in the corner, getting these install confirms, getting everything, you know, going, you see all the confidence showing up and just being able to confirm all these hits into pretty solid damage and, you know, just taking it here 2-0.
Yeah, definitely. Really, that all just starting off of that one shimmy that Tool got, and well, not even that. I mean, really, the sequence leading off with, you know, Psykotic going into that like preemptive spot dodge, Tool noticing that, being able to catch its recovery with the 5U, and then from there, you know, Vera's got you in the corner. She's got install. She's got 100 meter. Like the world's basically her oyster. And, you know, from there, it's like a shimmy, you know, that leads into, you know, one of those just ridiculous Vera, like 5,000 damage corner combos, and at that point, you know, you're fighting for your tournament life. And
but it looks like that's it for pool 4. It looks like we're coming back to pool 3, I believe, right?
No, I want to say that was pool 2.
Oh, sorry.
Now this is pool...
We're a little flipped out
pool
over here.
Pool 4 that we're getting into. So this will be Skip and Ruric playing, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
I think that this might be...
This should be winners, I believe.
Winners semis, I want to say.
Yeah. I know it's Skip being Alberta, flying out all the way out here and taking the drive with us to come show more PNW rep. We're not just Seattle, we're not just BC. And then, you know, Ruric being a staple here in the uni and now Granblue scene, coming off of another top 8 performance in both uni and Granblue for Slashback.
Yeah. Ruric really having a great showing at Slashback. You know, one of the PNW's 2 representatives in that Granblue top 8, you know, making the region proud. We'll see if he's able to replicate that today. Honestly, like, in some ways, this bracket, honestly, possibly even more stacked than Slashbacks.
I know we do have a lot of entrants for this event tonight, so...
Yeah, I mean, you look at so many people who are in, like, deep in these rounds, like, Skip, Goon, Kaypow, Dante, none of these players were at Splashback.
No, definitely. We did not have as much PNW rep as we would have liked, but there's always next year, there's always next time, and we're all here today to show we can fight, and we're able to just work. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm not sure how much these two have played. I think it's unlikely that they've played much in a bracket setting, just because Skip hasn't been out to that many events.
Actually, I do remember they did play Vortex Gallery Online NA West, where Skip did win in 2 sets. They're really close sets. This was online, so the pace is a little bit differently. But Skip is definitely a very respectful player when it comes to playing against Ruric in that set. I remember it going like pretty even for the most of the first set, but then once Skip gets the download, it's really hard to deal with a lot of Sora's pressure, especially if you are like not as acclimated to the character. We do have a couple of PNW reps with Sora's, but the way that Skip plays is just so, I'd say, unique to him. Yeah, it's a character that can kind of just steal turn after turn on you, whether it's resetting you with plus frames on so many of his specials, or you think it's your turn, he 5-U's you, oh, it's actually his turn again. Yeah. It's a character who, even when he's -3, if he rolls the dice, he can just be plus again. For sure, and it looks like we're going right into, these two giving the fist bump, the sign of respect there. I'm excited to see this one. This is going to be a really good match here. Ruric definitely, like I said, been on the come up with these two really big performances, but Skip being like a titan in his own right. Excited to see how either player does tonight. Absolutely, yeah. It's been great watching Ruric's rise within the game locally. Had been mostly focusing Uni previously. Within the last 4 months or so, has been putting a lot more time into the game, and the results have absolutely been coming with it. For sure. But in terms of Sora's v Belial, excited to see how this goes. In terms of the shape-up of this matchup, I'd say that Belial definitely does have the favor in terms of the player match, or the character matchup. Yeah. Belial's ability to, control space, very strong against Sora's. It's, a character who can be a little feast or famine. When he's on top of you, absolutely terrifying, again, with his ability to steal turns, just keep his offense going. But, is a character who can have a little bit of trouble getting in. Often will rely on, using that rush punch in neutral to get in. I know that Ruric, though, kind of an absolute lab monster, has worked quite a bit at DPing out rush punches, and but they're getting I think this is going to be definitely a staple of this matchup. We'll see how Skip can decide to take turns using 5U to gain stocks and pressure reset, or use other options available turn stealing with EX moves in neutral to try to take it in his favor. Yeah, but you see there, Ruric just jumping over the held 5U and able to punish him with a combo ship, but Skip able to get in. Ruric so low. Ruric finds the controller disconnect. We have a disconnect. Unfortunate. Looks like Skip might have lost control for a second there. Yeah. And all right, we'll be we'll be getting that sorted out in just a second here. Looks like we're having a little bit of controller issues with the cable. I know. Unfortunately, with DualShock, sometimes they're a little bit finicky, so it is something that you have to watch out for. It's just the name of the game if you are a pad player. Yeah, and it's always unfortunate seeing that happen, so deep into a tournament run. I think the really big thing to, watch going forward is just how that affects Skip, whether it, hits his mentality or, if he's able to recover cleanly. And he'll take the round, it looks like. But moving forward into this matchup, seeing how, like you said, this will affect Skip, and if Skip is able to turn on the heat here against Ruric. Yeah, Skip getting thrown here. Ruric, just going to need it overhead. I'm curious. I don't remember Ruric going for any particular throws in the first game. I'm not sure if that was any read on possible guest hacking. It might just be Ruric, testing the waters with it regardless. It kind of is a matchup where I feel like you do need to do that a lot, because there are so many opportunities where it's just a little bit scrambly when it comes to playing around 5U or playing around West Lanes or anything like that. And now with Skip on 4 stocks, it is something to keep an eye out for if you see him fluffing around or anything like that. Yeah, but Ruric able to convert into a corner top. Not quite into the corner, but just reset into the command grab. Yeah. All right, Skip very low here. Yeah, just have so many opportunities to reset MVP. Oh my god, it's 2L. Yeah, looks like the spot dodge not quite working out the timing there. Yeah, in fact, yeah. Yeah,
But
really awkward spot for Skip, unfortunately. Just coming off of that, so we'll see if in the second game, just need to take a breather, need to reset, making sure that, shake it off. But we're going on to this next round.
yeah, I feel like taking a breather between games, always smart in general, but
Yeah.
especially when you have a round like that where you have controllers who just reset that mental.
Yeah, and we'll see how this plays moving into like the RPS of like 5U, because it is a big thing that Skip does like to play around. And Ruric seems to be very knowledgeable about it in terms of like the way that they're approaching it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruric, a player who absolutely will hate lab. After every set, Judge will like spend 5 to 10 minutes in lab, taking on interactions and.
All right, they have 2x meaty. Using the EX there to turn seal one more time, and the clash. Using the rush there to try to take turn.
Not just sprint field. If you watch Ruric's life bar there, Soros does so much chip as a character.
Yeah.
Even though Ruric was holding down back, took like 15% off of that exchange. It's one thing where you can't just let this character reset on you time and time again. I feel like a lot of Granblue characters, you can just hold down back against them pretty safely. Soros will just chip you out very aggressively.
Yeah. Definitely loves to do that and can have with the tools an opportunity to do so, but Skip with a pretty good start here. Throw, OH, that's a free counter hit. Gonna lead to maybe an SBA, doesn't even need to.
Yeah, just knowing that, just wake up throwing you, or throwing you on your wake up twice in a row.
Yeah.
That's gonna build frustration.
Yeah.
And then just going for that overhead, just fishing for that. Response. And
definitely what Skip needed here going into the third game here. A little bit of a mental reset, a little bit of a victory, a small victory there, knowing that, oh yeah, I can still do this, I can still take this, no problem here.
Yeah, and again, has Ruric cornered here, Ruric able to find his match out, but again, just that blocking sequence that Ruric did, already at half health.
There's the command grab one more time. Not something that does a lot of damage, something more of like a little bit of a reset in corner carry. Something akin to like a box command throw. Nice 5U there. Get back, get out.
Definitely, and I mean, it's some damage. It gets you some OT. But oh wow, Skip just getting full corner carry.
The DP.
And that'll be Skip taking the round on set point here.
And just like ultimately showing it's like no matter what happens, I can still take this here. Coming out strong at the gates here, despite the little bit of a tech issue here.
Yeah, just recovering very cleanly after that. Straight to take that second click back himself. And
and the reset of the jump in, oh my god.
Yeah, able to side switch and get Ruric into the corner here.
Damn.
Ruric finds the match needs to get out of the corner. Spot dodges follow up, but nothing off of it.
Nice, the throw. Here we go.
Yeah.
See, we have more. And just gonna mash.
Yeah, finds the counter hit and not quite gonna kill.
For Skip though. One little combo will do it as soon as cooldown's come back.
Yeah.
Either that with a rush or anything like that, we'll be able to kill Ruric, but Ruric's still in this.
Oh my god! No. Skip just able to get in past that fireball and punish Ruric for throwing that a bit too close on the spacing.
Yeah.
Wow, what a recovery and comeback from Skip there.
Yeah, it's impressive to see, the will of Skip. I know I'm like harping on this point too much, but like it is something that really does matter when you're in a tournament. When it's like, oh man, this sucks. I don't really want to deal with this, or can we go again, or can we redo this? But it's like you have to take this opportunity. It's like, okay, I need to mentally reset, and Skip is able to do that so well.
For sure, yeah. And I mean, when you talk about mentally resetting, like not just not losing his head, but really kind of winning the mental battle between him and Ruric in so many ways. Like you look at Skip's offense there were so many times where he loops 2 throws on you, goes for the overhead and gets the counter hit.
Yeah.
Or gets a throw or two, knows you're gonna mash, just meaties and gets the counter hit. Again, corner combo.
Yeah, definitely likes to commit to things in ways that I don't see a lot of players do, especially when it comes to Soras. So it is definitely allows Skip to be confident in his play really well.
Yeah, and even in the corner, you saw Ruric finding a couple good mash outs, but
for sure,
just not really able to buy the full space to get Skip fully off of him. And even when Skip got mashed out, able to just reset back in and keep the offense rolling.
Yeah, for sure. And Ruric not a player to get flustered in any way.
Absolutely not, no.
But it looks like now we are in our winners finals of this pool.
Yeah,
Skip versus Dante.
Yeah, this should be a great one. Dante, we saw on stream just a little bit earlier. With Vegeta, so I feel like the dynamics of this matchup pretty similar to Belly versus Soras. Again, just wanting to kind of use just your strong pokes to try and keep the character out, make sure that he can't just skip in and neutral too aggressively with the rush punch.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely something that where Skip does control the pace at least a little bit. There is that weird awkward range where it's like, you know, mid-screen, 2/3 screen where Cheetah can just up-poke you, and it's a little hard to get in. I know Calby likes to say it's like, yeah, where you use Rush Punch as a projectile to try to take space. If Dante can do that, if Dante can find ways to keep Skip out, it can definitely shift really hard in Cheetah's favor.
Yeah, or not even, it's not always necessarily even about like purely keeping the Saurus out, but just can you know, frustrate him at full screen that he just commits to a bad approach that you can punish.
For sure, yeah,
because,
exactly.
you know, I mean, like, getting fireballs on him, it's great, but those are like 800 damage. You're not going to win around off of fireballs. It's really, you know, you want to find, you know, like either like a counter hit on something, or, you know, something that you can
for sure.
larger damage.
Yeah, and on the other side of the coin, it's like we were saying earlier, Saurus has so many tools and so many options to be able to do that same thing to Jita if Skip can use that to get in. We'll see if we can see that once more tonight here.
Yeah, you know, it's funny this match where Sora is not always having the strongest, you know, footies buttons, but in a lot of ways that Rush Punch can kind of be a whiff tool of their own. Even if it doesn't necessarily, you know, like punish the recovery of a button, even if it doesn't hit itself, just the fact that you're able to use that to get in close distance while your opponent's recovering, sometimes that's just what you need as Sora.
Definitely, and we'll see if Skip can do that tonight here. But as we start this round here, you see Skip being able to take so much ground here without doing too much here. But now that we're in the corner, I'm getting to use the EX normals to see them just coming out.
Yeah, Skip just whiffing buttons in front of Dante, kind of just like looking for something that he can bait out.
Are you going to press here? Are you going to check? And it looks like Dante will. Check mid-screen once more.
Yeah, Skip with a low check. And again, yeah, just whip. Oh, Dante ready to the Rush Punch. That's definitely a big one of...
just being able to know that, oh yeah, I'm willing to challenge you, just doing this in neutral. It is a really scary option, and now Skip is resorting to rush here to try to contest these options that
much
that
more
do.
expensive option.
It's something that you may need to show to be like, oh yeah, I can do multiple things. You can't just press in neutral whenever you see me move.
And also, like, you know, if you're...
oh my god, that's 3 of them in a row!
Yeah, just bullying Dante back.
Yeah.
And now gonna... Okay, Dante able to get into the OD here. Will keep him from getting checked out by Saurus, and also put himself really just like a single good hit away.
Whoa, wish confirming that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a little wild from there.
Maybe just buffering the input and unfortunately just going for the test there. But otherwise, Dante will be able to take that round. One thing I did want to note in terms of this matchup too, or at least in terms of the player matchup, is that Skip likes to hard call out in general, people doing OD in the corner, or just like, you know, you're in a really bad position doing that. So it's something that you will look out for. But right now with Dante just carrying, it will be Dante's turn to shine here.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things as a player, you do so much chip, people have to be afraid of it. They're going to look to OD more against you, so you can get a lot of ground off of that.
But on the back foot here, won't be able to do too much more. Dante having full screen control, but unfortunately Skip is able to jump right over.
Yeah, great call out from Skip there, and finds the counter hit overhead.
Oh my god.
Gonna reset back in with the 100 hands. Gets into install.
Oh no, T, here it is.
Dante won't get him off of him, but was that a misinput fireball?
I believe so,
Yeah, but Dante finds the hit regardless. The fiduciary himself and Skip keeping him alive. That defense boost certainly helping here.
Yeah. And the guard crush, but just DP's right out. Not going to do too much if it's in the corner because Dante's so willing to challenge there. One combo wouldn't have done it there, so yeah, definitely safe bet for Dante.
Yeah, great decision there. You know, if you're going to live, why not just throw out the DP? You'll, you know, if it hits you in the round, if not, well, you'll still get another chance to play afterwards.
Exactly, yeah. It is interesting to see how, like, we saw already once, but it's like Skip was able to steal the corner there, and then had to burn all of his EX cooldowns, and it's like, okay, I'm going to gamble here, and I'm going to just try to reset you. Okay, here we go. Let's get pressure.
Again, Skip just getting, and blocks out the DP too. Skip just putting on an absolute offensive clinic here.
And now we see how the tide turns here. Oh my god.
And the whiff punish too, wow.
Yeah, just such a change of pace from the first game you just saw. Like, it turns on a dime here, where it's like Skip just taking absolute control and then Dante doing the same.
Yeah, Dante's been doing a great job of keeping Skip out, but when Skip gets in, God is he terrified.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like, nice 2H here.
Yeah, great counter hit overhead.
Yeah. But unfortunately for Sora is not the greatest 2H, so when he does get a confirm, it is either like a little awkward to confirm into other extra damage. Oh, the 5U to try to get the anti-air.
Yeah, it gets blocked out and has to spend the back shift to keep himself safe.
Gets the follow-up, being able to block that. Never got to get out.
Yeah, we'll buy Dante a lot of space here. Just applying some stagger pressure, goes into auto combo, just getting that corner carry.
Skip it, content to hold them back for now, but the 5U comes out once more. The throw!
The back throw. Gonna get plus frames off that medium T2M.
Yeah, Skip has all of his cooldowns here, so we'll able to check once more.
Yeah.
Are they trying to find an opportunity here to press? Skip just waiting in the corner and the rush. That's going to be big damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just shy
not
though.
Quite.
And no, not able to challenge the OD there.
Now this is rough for Skip in the corner.
And the rush once more.
Yeah.
Skip able to even up the score.
Yeah, great call out from Skip there. You know, Dante so low, just send the rush. You know, it's not a range that you have to worry about like getting fireballed. You're too far away to be thrown. So yeah, it's either gonna connect and win the round for you, or at the very least you just get frustrated.
Yeah, but nice back there. Yeah, definitely showing like Skip's confidence in the neutral, or being able to like send an option that may not be the strongest, quote unquote, but like being able to pilot that so well and then make the most out of it. Nice, the throw out, but eventually back throw probably,
Yeah, Dante catches the back shift, not able to confirm off of it though, but Skip quite low here and being heads out. Gonna have to find his way in. Okay, let's get in there, and with the rush punch, gets this hit, and Dante uses the OD, gets by some space, but Skip slowly gaining ground here.
Alright, we'll see what happens here for ZX. Oh my god, and using the thrust there to get back in.
Yeah, Skip's really making the most of towards his fast back shift.
Definitely a benefit here. This next hit will chip.
Yeah.
Be careful. Dante's just going with the press, and there's the DP. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Going on the board.
Tough situation to be in. You basically have to hard pull that out with OD, or sorry, spot dodge.
And this is a really scary spot for Skip. You know, one loss here, and they'll get put in the loser's side. And there's a lot of killers on that side of the bracket.
Absolutely.
Might have to fight Ruric again. Might have to fight someone else.
Yeah, I want to say this is pool 4, just like kind of our pool of death here, but regardless, got him. Oh, Dante using the back shift to buy some space there.
Alright, Skip on the back foot, but still has a lot of opportunities here to take this back. But Dante, you know, that patience showing once more. Nice confirm here off the EX normal, but unfortunately won't lead to too much more.
Yeah, Dante giving so much ground in respect to Skip. Finding himself back to the corner, Skip resets him with a plus drain.
And the clash!
But, yeah, Dante buffering into Fireball seems like, but it works out for him regardless.
Really awkward spot for Skip. Dante had a chance to confirm that, but unfortunately,
getting the OD, and now suddenly, mistimed. Yeah, perhaps going for the instant fireball, and Dante going for the slower held up instead.
That's definitely a point where it's like you can checkmate there, but it's like it's all on Dante to know and understand that this is the choice that he can do, to just call out Skip doing anything cheeky. And even if it doesn't work out, you're spot dodging half screen. What are you gonna do? Like, it's not too much.
Yeah. Sora is a character who's terrifying offensively in the way he can keep pressure going. Not the highest mid-screen combo damage, which is kind of surprising for his archetype.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has ways, like with these plus frames that you get from these EX moves, but like when you get these hits mid-screen, it is not as scary as other characters. Like for example, like Jita, where you see it's like one move will send you all the way to the corner, and it's pretty much a corner combo.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Jita getting hits mid-screen. No, she just gets hits in the corner.
Extended corner combos.
Yeah. But that'll be Dante moving on into our top 8. I believe Skip will still get a good run in losers though.
And now we're moving back to the other pool here. Kaypow versus Cloverwolf. Looks like stepping on stage.
Yeah, so this will be loser side of pool 3. I'm not exactly sure how deep into the pool this is.
This is loser makes out. Sorry, winner makes out, sorry. But, yeah, so loser makes out. Sorry, winner makes out.
All right.
We are in loser side of this pool, and winner will make it out. We saw Kaypow earlier today.
Yeah, Clover, we haven't seen on stream yet today, but kind of people joked about him being like the unknown OD killer of the PNW.
Yeah, I know. Had a great set or great game at Slashback. I think beat Langston, beat a couple other great players in. Yeah,
I mean, placed 9th, Ruric and him.
Oh that's what it was. Thank you.
Get into top 8. That set basically came down to like final interaction.
Yeah, could have gone either way.
Yeah, Ruric barely clutching it out, but Clover just basically inches away from a top 8 at Slashback.
Yeah, and playing pretty well tonight, you see, is making it this far into the pool.
Yeah, I feel like Clover, it's funny for like such a multi-game player, doesn't sink as much dedicated time into this game, but really feels like he's just been, repeated like on the cusp of that one breakout performance. And we'll see if this is it today.
Yeah, piloting the Eustace today, so definitely a character that we don't see as much. Against the Lance, it is a very awkward matchup to deal with. Being a Eustace main myself, I know it is a really awkward to deal with, like the sliding sweep and all these options that Lance can do to get out of your pressure. So we'll see. I know Kaypow has been studying this matchup. He thought about this. We were having a discussion the other day about how this is like a potential matchup that could be very uncomfortable for Lance if you don't know what you're doing, or at least against Eustace. So it is something to look out for. And we'll see if today Kaypow can show any of that knowledge he's been cooking with.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things like looking at the pool. I feel like if you're Kaypow, Clover has to be like one of the people who you expect to be fighting deep into it. So
and like you said, with these performances that he's been having, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes. It definitely seems like a tricky one for Eustace. Like not just as you mentioned, Lance having so many tools to get out of Eustace's pressure, but also Eustace a character who can struggle a little bit defensively.
Yeah, for sure. Having no reversal, options that are pretty good when you are being able to do your pressure, but if you are in the corner back against the wall, it is very hard. And this is a spot already where it's like Clover can be a little bit uncomfortable relying on this side swap here to work on the favorite. Yeah, sword coming into play, but unfortunately doesn't lead to too much here.
Yeah, and gets the grenade stick too.
Yeah,
pick up
big damage.
Yeah, the extension with that too. Kaypow very low now, goes for the turbulence to get out.
Yeah, it is the thing that we're going to see a lot is seeing the absorb come out and the things that Cloverwolf will be able to do with it. Kaypow unfazed so far though, able to carry it all the way back to the corner. Nice throw, but the tech comes in for Cloverwolf here.
Yeah, Clover still has so much health to work with though, even though he's got his back to the corner. Really, kind of advantage here. Just has to find like one or two good touches.
But this is the part where that used to come into play here.
Yeah,
able to work.
Has so much room to just sweep pressure over on you over again and over again. Just reset.
All right, the OD coming back.
But, that's gonna get punished by the turbulence. Great.
Oh my god, yeah. And that's where you see like a lot of Lance's biggest punishes come on the counter hit follow up there. So something to keep an eye out for you if you see like a really rare or disrespectful OD one more time. Oh my god. Speak of the follow up, it leads to some nice damage with Drain.
Yeah, that. Round start held turbulence. It's a very cheeky option, very committal, but I feel like, I feel like so many users like want to shoot out one of their two projectiles at round start, and that just beats both of them.
Yeah, definitely. There are some options that you can do to deal with, where you buffer 2H and you can do the second input to catch the follow up, or any of the turbulence. So it is an OS that you can do. But oh my god, Kaypow! It's a really strong start so far.
Incredible rounds for Kaypow there.
Yeah. It is something where you find that if you aren't as comfortable with the game, or at least specifically in this matchup, you may find like lacking. Still right there again. There it is. Oh my god. Some of that knowledge that came out coming into play here.
Yeah, and finds that kind of hit overhead too. Definitely one of Lance's bigger rewards.
Yeah, nice. This is a really awkward spot for Cloverwolf here. Kaypow just playing on a really big lead.
Yeah.
And the OD comes out.
I feel like that first round, Cloverwolf got put in this corner. He hasn't left it since.
No, for sure. Oh my god. Yeah, Kaypow just getting comfortable, sitting nice here with this big lead, and able to basically work around Cloverwolf however he wants to.
Yeah, Cloverwolf have one more round to see if he's able to figure out how to get out of that corner.
Unfortunately, the no counter hit there, so it won't lead to too much in terms of damage. But
jumps the fireball, but then it got again.
Yeah.
And again, another counter hit overhead. It leads to so much reward for Lance. I feel like if you're Cloverwolf, maybe you can go for like left middle jumps.
Yeah, you can do stuff with stalls. You can do like JU. Isn't one of the best stalls in the game, so it's really scary and you can get punished really hard. Oh my god, the res!
Rushing out, but then he got caught by the fireball.
Yeah.
Kaypow, not quite a perfect, but geez, it was
pretty
close.
much, yeah.
Kaypow just putting on an absolute clinic there.
Yeah, and Kaypow will move on 2-0 in losers finals of the pool, so we'll be through loser side top 8.
Yeah, what an incredible performance from him there. Had Clover got some good pressure going in that first round, but ever since then, Clover able to find his way out. And I mean, once he got into that corner, got Clover into that corner, Clover just never really able to find the way out. Seemed like Clover was trying to figure out a few different options.
Yeah.
Was trying some jump stuff, but again, like pressing behind the jump, that's just going to get you counter hit.
Yeah, I think Lance and or Kaypow specifically have a lot of options to deal with. People trying to like wriggle the way out of neutral, or sorry, in the corner, and you know that it showed there. Definitely showed.
Yeah, and I mean it's one of those things where it is tricky on a character with no reversal. I feel like
definitely.
you know a lot of times having the threat of DP does kind of.
It's stronger than the DP itself, honestly.
Yeah, it just keeps Lance a bit more honest. He, you know, like can't go as wild with like the Rekka resets, for instance. You know, knowing that like the DP can call out those special cancels. But yeah, I mean, when you don't have one, Lance can just be terrifying. But all right, looks like we'll be getting into our last match before top 8 here. We'll be going back down to.
This is, I believe,
pool
pool 4 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, which this will actually be the run back of Ruric and Skip, I believe.
I believe so. Just want to take a look. Yes, Ruric, you know, just getting eliminated, or at least on winner's side by Skip, and Skip losing to Dante earlier in the pool. So we are getting this run back one last time.
Yeah, we'll see how Ruric is able to adjust from that last one. I feel like, again, you know, we're kind of talking about how Kaypow was really, you know, after that initial controller incident, really kind of getting the mental edge in like the offense that he was running, especially. Kind of just getting a couple of like big hard callouts on Ruric, and we'll see if Ruric's able to, you know, shake that off, find some different defensive patterns. I feel like, you know, as a uni player, like that's one thing that Ruric puts a lot of time and thought into is, you know, what sorts of defensive options is he going to rotate and show. And we'll see if he's able to line some better ones up against Skip here.
Sounds good. And for Ruric, though, this is new set, new me. We'll see. Like you said, if he's able to put all that into effect here versus Skip. Or if Skip will be able to take this once more. In terms of, you know, like Ruric as a Granblue player, definitely showed a lot of growth. So I believe, you know, being able to take all this info from the last set to heart and make these adaptations that he can to show, you know, confidence in his decisions and potentially be able to take this.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing, you know, talking a little bit about, like, what sorts of defensive adaptations is Ruric going to be able to make, the flip side of it is, you know, what sort of neutral adaptations is Ruric going to be able to make? It's ideally, you know, you want to be defending against Soras as little as possible. As Belly in this matchup, you really want to be doing, you know, putting most of your work in neutral instead and just limiting his chances to get in. It felt like Dante was able to do, you know, quite a good job of that, of, like, forcing Skip able to get into some of like the more committal options in neutral, like having to, you know, we saw Skip having to spend Rush, for instance, to get in. Whereas he seemed a little bit more comfortable playing neutral with just like the character's base tools against Ruric. So I'd be curious to see what sort of, you know, what sorts of adaptations Ruric's able to make there.
Yeah, it's like that how you say, moving on to the next layer of offense and defense against these two. And, you know, putting a Skip in this awkward situation where you do have to make these risky decisions using Rush, using other options, potentially reversals or whatever, will show as we move into the set here. But, yeah, between the two, hopefully we'll see a lot more of that going into this next set.
Yeah, and at the same time, it is tricky, though, where I feel like, you know, Gita has, like, such great pokes with, like, her far aim primarily, for instance. Belial, on the other hand, he's got great pressure buttons, great whiff punishing tools. The pokes aren't quite as strong. I feel like 2U is, like, probably the strongest one there, but that one...
don't sleep on that 2M. Definitely don't sleep on that 2M.
The 2M is quite strong. It doesn't reach quite as far.
It's not the same, definitely, yeah.
But, you know, like, especially with, like, 2U being... one of Belial's main pokes, like that thing does have a decent amount of recovery.
For sure.
And, you know, we mentioned the way that Soras can, like, really make you suffer if you whiff a button of just, you know, getting in with that rush punch afterwards. You know, that is something that Ruric is going to have to worry about here.
And I know, like, this is something that I don't think we mentioned before, too, but Ruric does have that pocket Percy. I haven't seen him bring it out yet so far. I know he's been talking about bringing it out into more permanent brackets. It is a possibility we can see here going to this last match before top 8, but I don't know. It seems pretty comfortable on the Belial, honestly, so I don't think it is an option, but we might see something later.
I think it's unlikely we'll see the Percy. Ruric has been working on leveling the character up, but I think Belial is still... Is this a button check?
I think so. I think we want to double check and make sure we're not going to have any of these issues that we saw last set.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I know Ruric has a pocket Percy. I don't think he has a pocket Catalina.
Okay, he has been talking about it though. He has been saying he wants to pick up Catalina at some point. Adding another one to the list, you know.
Yeah, there's a difference between like, you know, I want to pick up the character versus I want to pick up the character
right
in
now,
the
this very second,
finals
yeah.
of, you know, the biggest tournament of the year so far. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the Percy's possible. I think he's a lot more comfortable on the Belial. I think the Belial's his stronger character overall.
For sure. Been playing it longest too. Definitely. And has that experience, has these multiple sets now against Skip, online and offline, where you can see that being able to make these adaptations has made a difference. You know, these sets are going pretty toe-to-toe for the most part. But I definitely think it is a solid choice to stay on the Belial. But who knows? I might eat my words in a little bit here.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I could see how in a lot of ways Percy has maybe some stronger tools for the matchup, you know, like that far M just being such a strong poke. But again, I think, you know, in so deep into a bracket, you really just want to go with the comfort pick.
For sure, yeah. And it looks like, yeah, we are hovering the Belial here, so not unexpected, definitely not. But we'll see how this works out.
Yeah, it looks like we're just picking our stage here, but we should be getting into it in just a second here.
All right, and keep in mind, this is winner makes top 8 through loser side here at bonus round.
Yeah, and this will be our final match of pools even, so after this we should have our top 8 all set.
Yeah, I believe we'll be having a little bit of a break, but yes, this is our last match for top 8.
All right, got to love those base PS4 load times.
Base PS4 load times definitely showing. Hopefully in Rising we'll see a little bit less of that, but you know, beta coming out soon. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, in terms of the way this round has started so far, pretty much more of the same, where you see like Skip being able to make these decisions in neutral to work out in his favor, but Ruric already, you know, still playing so confident, so strongly. Oh my god, nice check on the clash there. Yeah,
definitely, and it's funny seeing Skip just throw out these spot dodges in neutral. It's one of the things where, you know, Belial lacking a strong poke sometimes does have to rely on the far H, which, you know, if you can spot dodge that thing, can give you quite an in, but...
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes you, like, get really awkward hits where it's, like, only the second hit, so there's no cancel, and then it doesn't leave you too much. And you are minus on the on the second hit, so you do lose your turn unless you try to do something MVP or
yeah. Oh, big!
Oh my god!
Skip, and he's gonna get into the corner here.
All right, here we see more of that Skip pressure.
Yeah. Applying that chip.
Yeah.
Ruric whiffs it to you, but that's not going to get punished. Ruric slowly finding some space and walking forward. But
and you notice how Skip is trying to play outside that 2U range, outside of that command gear range, where he is in not as much of a risk to get eaten by those options here. Playing definitely a lot more, I'd say, reserved in terms of the pressure that he's doing in the corner. But Ruric, all right, with a good start here.
Yeah, great call out from Ruric there, just noticing how much Skip was relying on that 5U, just goes into the run up throw to punish it, just back to Skip into the corner, and now we'll see what Ruric can do pressure-wise. I mean, Belial, oh wow,
jump
out with the overhead.
Nice transition check there. The DP coming out one more time. Skip on the last little bit of half this round, and gets hit by the fireball follow-up there.
Yeah, really just great moment of composure from Ruric there, able to get out of the corner, put Skip in, and, you know, we've talked a lot about Sora's pressure being terrifying, but Belial, you know, between like that long plus load, the 2M, the character's got great pressure in its own right.
Yeah, nice, another counter hit.
Counter hit from Skip here, and just like that, we're 15 seconds in, Ruric's already at 20%.
Oh my gosh, and that might, oh no!
No, not quite, but a couple more 2Ls, and
I had a feeling that he might have tried to rush, but he's just tried to play it safe, didn't want to try anything awkward, wanted to confirm knockdown, and then wanted to just reset pressure one more time there, and it worked out in Skip's favor.
Yeah, absolute speedrun of rounds from Skip there.
Definitely more of what we need from Skip here.
Yeah.
If at any point, you know, Skip decides to lose steam, I think Ruric will just, you know, out of an inch take a mile there.
But Skip going for a big call out with the overhead there, but Ruric able to just match on it and buy space.
Nice. Checks the fireball follow up there with the 5U, and it works out. Able to reset the neutral one more time. It's stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Rush punches in while Ruric was starting to spin the fireball, but that wasn't active yet.
Yeah. And that's going to go right into SBA.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. That'll put another round on the board for Skip. game point already. This is a first to 2, so we are moving pretty quickly here for Skip, and it's working out.
Yeah, Skip just finding these tiny little moments from Ruric to be able to rush punch in during the middle of a fireball spin and basically just takes the round off of that.
And it looks like now, Skip is definitely trying to call out more of these fireballs with 5U, and Ruric playing a little bit more reserved in terms of how he will use them. Nice DXDP for the ground bounce there.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't think Ruric's shown the DP at all this set, but if there's a round for it, it's this one.
Yeah, when being on the back foot here, you have to make a lot of things work here against Skip, especially.
Yeah, again, rush punching the
flash,
fireball.
the rush.
Yeah, gaining more space here.
Oh, the counter hit in the air.
Ruric back to the corner. Skip finds the hit.
Unable to confirm that.
Yeah. Has 50 meters to work with to, possibly a rush, maybe beta with.
Oh my goodness,
wow, rolls the fireball.
And that'll do it.
Yeah.
Skip takes it. It makes top 8 here at VR, M&M.
Yeah, man, Skip making that valuable fireball just look so punishable, whether it's rolling it, rush punching in as Ruric was starting to spin it. Really just, it seemed like nearly every single time Ruric throwing out a fireball, Skip just finding a way to punish it.
Yeah, definitely. And there was a little bit of that adaptation at the end where you saw like delaying the follow-ups and trying to do different things around the around the fireball. But fortunately for Skip, able to make that work out.
Yeah, like credit to him for as many ways as. It looks like we've got our top 8 set here. So on winner's side, we'll have Zamu versus DmCDante, Velik versus Goon.
And down in losers, we'll have Jossum versus Skip in the losers bracket with Tool and Kaypow coming up to round out the top 8.
Yep, and with our top 8 set there, we just want to mention our match arena once more. We've got emotes embedded on Twitch that you can enter to check out the tournament pots for any of the 6 games. For this it would be !M GBVS, or
any of the other games,
well.
BBCF, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5,
and
Nuclear.
Yeah, and that'll add 25 cents to the pot. Little adds up. If we can get enough people in chat, we can get a great pop for our top 8 here.
Yeah, and it's
really exciting.
It's thanks to everyone here, whether at home or here at the event, that helps us run these events forward and help out support our players. So thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think we're going to take a short break before top 8, but we will be back shortly for that. It should be some really exciting action.
All right, stay tuned.
All right.